PhD program is quite structured. Usually the program is 4 years, but at year 2, all students at halfway to the PhD, they need to present their advances, not like in the regular progress report, but in front of a committee who is checking their theoretical knowledge concerning the methodology, including statistics, meta-analysis, registry analysis, pharmacology, and so on. Plus, they have to defend their last 2 years' work together.
Professor Hegyi and his team brought some new methodology into the PhD school and the PhD educational program. This is something new which offers to the students some back office opportunities and back office help with supervisors, with statisticians, with language coordinators, and with some professionals. So it is really helpful.
It's not only the PhD title we are chasing, let's say, but we are extending our vision. We set a specific mission to us, and then it's great that we can see that the progress is developing, coming.
My scientific progress is 100% the program, my presentation skills 100% the program, but also my personal development, my confidence, my general attitude toward work. Everything has changed dramatically in this program, from a very young and fresh graduate from med school until now. I feel like I've grown a lot in every possible way, thanks to the program.
We had some scientific methodology supervisors during this program, and also my co-workers who were involved in this program, and we could build a group, and in the first year each week we had a group meeting and we could discuss everything, and I learned much about statistics and other topics during cardiology, so I could improve my statistical skills, and it was very important, I think.
As I see, not in my cases, but all my classmates, they were much more better presenters than they were 1 year ago or 2 years ago, and we discussed with the committee as colleagues. So not just a teacher and a student, but as I feel, we are colleagues.
Looking at the students, the candidates, they were absolutely fantastic. I can compare them with the 2 years ago, and they progressed fantastically, same subject, but the presentation, the method, how they search the literature, how they do the meta-analysis, how they present the talks, how they answer the questions, it was just fantastic.
They can go to the next stage, which will be the forthcoming 2 years, where they will get the chance when they finished their research to defend their PhD. So this is just the 6th progress report just in front of their PhD defense. I am very happy because there are approximately 10 to 20% of the students who are already at that stage that after this complex exam they can defend their PhD, but everybody who went through this complex exam at least fulfilled the 50% of their work for science. So our definite aim is that the forthcoming 2 years everybody who is in the program will be able to defend their PhD.
I don't want to stop here because I would like to finish my third study, and I also participate some work in the hospital which is not belongs to the TM, but still in the middle ear surgery field, so maybe I would add to my thesis.
I also work as a scientific methodology supervisor for the gastroenterology group and recently for the pediatrics group as well. I would say that I really enjoyed working with the new students, and that didn't directly affect my progress on my studies, but actually opened the room for me to improve in other topics and be involved in different gastroenterology projects, and in the last few months in the pediatrics also project. So I really enjoyed working with them, and I am looking forward to having more and more actually involvement in different projects.
Well, as a scientific methodological supervisor, I'm SMS for 5 students in the first year, and I think that it was very great to see that how much they have already progressed, both professionally and also as a person as well. I think that their communication skill has improved a lot, and I'm really looking forward how much they are going to progress in the next year. I'm a prosthodontic specialist in my field, but of course I don't have only prosthodontics from my first year students, so I can get a more wider inspect of all the dentistry fields, so I can involve professionally as well.
This is a program which is under development. And that's quite different compared to what we had 2 years ago, and this is probably going to be different 2 years from now. But the essence is the same. I mean, as we have this vision, translate science to healthcare. And this is what actually I emphasized in my short introductory talks, that this is not only about getting PhD degrees, not only about writing meta-analysis, not even only to organize a clinical registry or to do, or at least design a randomized clinical trial, but to really do very high-level clinical sciences. And this is what we teach. And I have to say that we teach or we educate not only the fellows, but we educate ourselves, the supervisors, the leaders, the university leaders, project leaders, and so that how to do this.
I saw also evolution of my PhD students, so I think that this program can be very beneficial also for cooperation between our country, our university. Both we are traditional university, and I think we can work together because only cooperation can make things easier and with a very good value for the future.
I was very impressed by all the speakers, all these young doctors, and I'm quite jealous of the situation here. In Israel, we don't have this PhD program as part of the pediatric program. So I'm very impressed at the quality of the research. And behind the quality of the research is the ability of the university to make sure that these young doctors have protected time to do this good research. That is, I think, critical.
One of the biggest advantages of the program is that it has got a really good structure. So usually when PhD students enter the usual PhD program, they got lost. They don't really know what to do. I know it because I know some of other students who are not involved in this particular program, and they are really lost. And here we have a great structure, what to do, when to do. They gave us also all the necessary things in order to be able to do what we have to do.
I got a lot of new friends here during my PhD years, and I can bring this new knowledge into my clinical practice because I can bring the new results and everything what I learned here I can practice during my clinical work.
I'm not a healthcare professional, so I can only look from a scientific point of view. But I think that thinking like the scientist when you're dealing with patients helps you be more objective. It helps you understand the effects. Instead of following guidelines blindly, you will stop and think of whether it makes sense or not. And this kind of critical thinking is invaluable if you want to do anything scientific related. So I think that's the main benefit here.
Without this, they are just doing the routine, which is going to burn out, I'm sure. But this kind of education, together with the routine, I think they are going to have a nice future.